Thanksgiving. That's not a song. That really isn't a song. But who cares? It's Thanksgiving break, so I got a bunch of stuff I'm gonna do over the break. So, I was gonna review Creed 1, and of course, Wreck-It Ralph 1, but I don't care anymore. I've seen Ralph Breaks the Internet. Let's just review that right now. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I don't know if it's actually called Wreck-It Ralph 2 Ralph Breaks the Internet. I read it was Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I like more because the name Wreck-It Ralph 2 Ralph Breaks the Internet is way too long for me. They did remove that little icon in the corner, so that was cool. Whatever. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Let's talk about it. So Ralph Breaks the Internet is a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, a sequel that I didn't really need. Let me just give my opinion on first Wreck-It Ralph. I love Wreck-It Ralph 1. And it wasn't really because of the video game references. That was great in the movie. What I really loved about that movie was the sharp comedy, the good relationships, the interesting characters, and overall just the great story arc, the good message. It was just a great movie all around. Didn't really have any problems with that. With Ralph Breaks the Internet, I went into it knowing it was going to be great because it's Disney. Look, let's just say right now that I like Disney animation a lot. I'm just going to talk about their latest movies. Zootopia, I freaking loved. Same with Moana. What else did they make? That was in 2016. They didn't do anything in 2017, which just sucked. But in 2018, this is their 2018 movie. And let's talk about it. Alright, let's first state the obvious. One, this is a way better version of the Emoji Movie. So remember the Emoji Movie felt so awkward in its attempt to, I know I'm speaking of the devil, but not in that. That was not what I meant. I meant I'm speaking about the devil, or a demon, in the Emoji Movie. Never mind. Okay. Alright. I know I'm speaking about a demon right now, the demon in the Emoji Movie that we don't speak of. We kept it locked away because it sucked. And it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen, hands down. The Emoji Movie was awful. But when I saw that movie, I was like, this felt so awkward trying to communicate with the next generation. And with this one, I was just like, it's going to be like the Emoji Movie, but it's going to be better. But I didn't think it was going to be as good as Wreck-It Ralph 1, because that movie it's just gold in a bottle. It's just so good. It's just lightning in a bottle. I didn't think they could capture it twice. But then, alright, let's just say another thing out of the obvious, is of course, this movie's animation is beautiful. It's like Incredibles 2 level. Look, I say my favorite animation in any movie of all time is Incredibles 2, and I'm standing by that, maybe. The animation in this movie is flawless, of course. It is top-notch, perfect. Everything looks great. The internet, when they actually go to the Wi-Fi internet place, it looks beautiful. And yeah, now let's get into the problems with this movie. None. Oh my god, there's no problems with this movie. Oh my god! Oh my god, this movie is so good! This movie I really liked. No, I didn't like it. I didn't even love it. I absolutely loved this entire movie. This is a fantastic movie. Alright, yay! Review over. Yeah, this movie is one of the best of the year. I keep saying that in the it's been November for me has sucked. It's been really bad. I've already said this in the Fantastic Beasts review, but we had, first I saw Nutcracker in the Four Realms, which, yeah, it's the Nutcracker, nope, we're not speaking of that one. Then I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, which I really liked. Then I saw The Grinch, which made me feel like The Grinch. Then I saw, let's see, Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald, just as I'm stating by this now, the most angered I've ever been in a movie, and I'm thinking this right now. Creed 2 tomorrow has got to live up to something to beat Ralph Breaks the Internet. Look, I made a video about Ralph Breaks the Internet earlier this year, just saying, hey, I'm excited for it, but dang it, it's like that entire video, everything I thought this movie was gonna be, this movie was like that. This movie, I was expecting this movie to be freaking amazing, and it was more amazing than I thought. That's how you do it. That is how you do movie. And another thing, okay, let's just first go over one of the best aspects of this movie, and that is the comedy. This movie is hilarious! Oh my god, there's so many jokes in this movie where I'm just laughing. There's darknet jokes, which I thought were hilarious. There's pop-up ad notes. There's just everything. It's like the Emoji Movie, but it's funny. Like, it's hilarious. This movie is uncomparable to the Emoji Movie, so let's not talk about that one. But this movie is so funny. It's just so clever and good. The comedy is flat out hilarious. I think this might be the funniest movie of the year. Like, I'm not joking. This one, maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp still, that one's pure gold in its comedy. The movie as a whole is good, not great, but it's good. Then this one is great, and that's understating. Look, everything else I liked out of this movie, the comedy's flat out perfect. The animation's perfect. This movie, there's one thing that I didn't like out of this movie. You know what sucks? I was enjoying it so much when I was watching it, I could not pinpoint it. Look, when I said The Incredibles 2 was like the one of those movies that you're like, it's not the best movie ever, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, this movie I think I enjoyed more than Incredibles 2. What a day and age when, what day do I actually like a Wreck-It Ralph, like I enjoy Wreck-It Ralph more than Incredibles 2. This might be my favorite animated movie of the year, which isn't saying much, since the only one I really loved was Incredibles 2, but this one might even be better than that. It is so good. Well, another thing I like this movie, yep, it's touching. It's really touching. It really gets you. It also is really funny. I keep saying that. But it's like the enjoyability of this movie is 10 out of 10. Look, anyone will like this movie. No one can dislike this movie. It is so fun and funny. Other things I liked out of this movie, I really, really liked the way the relationship was handled. Both Penelope and Wreck-It Ralph, the relationship is handled really well. It's really believable. And we don't get, like, this stupid love relationship thing. And one thing I like about this movie, it's not bloated. It's really straightforward, which is something you'd be like, why are you complaining about that? Yeah, well, the last movie I just saw, Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald, I'm praying for a movie that's not as bloated as that one. Oh my god, I don't remember Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. I just remember what I thought on it. Boring, bloated, stupid, really, really unenjoyable, and really angering. That is what I remember Crimes of Grindelwald was. This movie is the absolute opposite. Simple, straightforward, funny, enjoyable, really touching movie. Look, remember I said in my Hey You Give Review, I said that movie was really powerful, made me cry? This one's like that. Like, it's there. It did that. It got me, like, there was a time where I just went it's like, so the emotional scene in this movie, you think it's the emotional scene. You really think it's going to be there. You're like, oh, this is the emotional scene. Then the next scene, you're like, that wasn't the emotional scene. This one. Alright, here they come. Here they come. That is the entire experience of that scene right there. It's really, really relevant. I mean, again, not really relevant, but it's really has a really good message at the end of the movie, which I won't explain, and I won't spoil for you guys, but the message of this movie is really clever, and I really thought it was really touching as well. It's also a realistic movie, like, the way, like, going viral is handled, things like that. It's funny. There's one problem I had to this movie. There's this time where they're talking about some website, and then they talk about a website called BuzzVideo, BuzzTube, and when I heard that, I was like, why can't we just use YouTube? You have YouTube. There's a scene in this movie where you can see YouTube headquarters. I wanted to see YouTube. Look, welcome to YouTube. I wanted to see them handle YouTube, but it turns out BuzzTube is supposedly like this Instagram. Why can't it be Instagram? I feel like they wanted to do that to kind of make it feel less realistic, and it was a smart move by them. Like, at the moment, I was like, why aren't we using YouTube? But at the end of this movie, you're like, it makes sense why they did that, because if you don't do that, you're taking this property and you're kind of handling it weird. It was really hard, and it was like, I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's not a YouTube ripoff or whatever. It's more of an Instagram thing. But the thing about it is that it's like, this Instagram whatever thing that they're calling it is like, if they made it, it's really hard to explain, but if they made it a real website, it wouldn't have worked as well. And for the most part, it's not a realistic movie, sure, and if taking YouTube and making it go like viral on YouTube or Instagram would have just really disconnected it, so I'm happy they didn't do that. They made up their website. That was good, fun. The action is, look, that's weird for me to say, but the action movie is really good too. God, let's just get to the verdict of this entire movie. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. There's so much I like this movie. Ralph Breaks the Internet is the best movie of November by far, and it is probably, I keep saying this, but my favorite movie for a while. Like, I'm done saying it's my favorite movie of the year since whatever. I really like this movie. I really loved it. I'm going to definitely buy it on DVD. This is a really good, really fun, really enjoyable, one of my favorite movies of the year. Yes, I know I keep saying that, and I hope I'll say that tomorrow on Creed 2, but this is a great movie. Sadly, I said there was a problem while watching the movie, and I couldn't pinpoint it. Then there's also a couple narrative problems, and it's not really... Look, I'm not going to give it the business of the 10 out of 10 rating, because it's not my favorite movie of all time, but I will give this movie an extremely high 9 out of 10. This movie's in that area, you know, the area where you're just like, I could have given you a 10, but you get a 9. Like, it's that area. What do you guys think on Ralph Breaks the Internet? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, Creed 2 tomorrow. I think Green Book this weekend. It's either Robin Hood or Green Book, except for Robin Hood is that. So I don't think it's going to be Robin Hood. Probably going to be Green Book. It's going to be Green Book. I would rather watch Green Book any day over that. Yeah. See you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye. You like the voice crack too? I do. I really do.